The last few months have been insanely exciting with the launch of Chat GTP and the kind of plethora and madness of AI related conversations and talks that are going on right now, and products that seem to be coming every day into the marketplace. And I thought I'd take a moment to look at what is the tantric take on AI and neuroscience and where we think all of this is going. I think it's a good conversation to have because mystics by nature tend to know very little about science. And as a science buff myself, I just love this stuff. And I'm also a tantric. That means I practice mystical philosophy where I look at the universe with awe. But I'm also a philosopher, which means I look for little truths, not for huge truths like in idealism, but little truths, truths that are revealed in everything around me. So if I take the root of Tantra, which would be either the root of the goddess, Sri Vidya, Kali Kula, or the root of Trika, then what we find is that the universe seems to be a giant mind. So if you call it Sadashiva or Paramatma or Shiva, this is the stuff of mind. This is Spinoza's mind, the god of Spinoza, as Einstein called it. That means all of this is consciousness. Everything is consciousness. Little me is going to try and upgrade my consciousness from little earth me at the lowest level through what Trika calls the 36 tattvas, the 36 levels of vibration, to end up in the mind of Shiva. Now, that's a fascinating concept, right? That means that I can progress through my senses, through my elements, through my mind, through my expansive consciousness towards my universal nature. But, and if I do it in the body, then I'm energizing systems like hormones and parasympathetic nervous system and vagus nerve and the brain and the amygdala and the the default mode network and things like that to bring me to those states of consciousness where I can begin to perceive that vast consciousness that seems to be the whole universe. So when I look at the studying going on in neuroscience and AI today, and things like Neuralink, where we're starting to replicate brain type activity in computing systems, in large language models. What I see is a fascinating world unfolding, and I'm really excited by it because for the first time in evolution, from our monkey brain and lizard brain to our monkey brain onwards, we have a chance to enhance consciousness through technology. Now, does that mean that I'm going to become an android robot, part human, part robot? Probably. I mean, think about it. Many of us are living part technology and part human lives right now with pacemakers and Libra trackers of sugar and Uros breathing techniques and all kinds of stuff. So in the world of becoming better humans, or what is called transhumanism or biohacking, the transhuman approach is that man can expand through his neural networks, through his biology, into mankind, that is, men and women, to a state of expanded consciousness. Yeah, I like that. So, if meditation was the only route, we would only have one type of meditation, mindfulness. You would sit there in dhyana and you would figure it out. But there's so many types of meditation. There's mantra, there's hacking, there's breathing techniques like Kriya or Wim Hof and things like that. So we can expand our consciousness in the most wonderful ways today. So why not use AI and neuroscience to do it? I think being fearful, like the Google head Hinton, who resigned to talk about the dangers of AI because he's really a brain scientist. show us that we are scared of the unknown way in which the universe might unfold for us. You just think about it. It's like being scared of Bhairav and the Shiva world. That the moment you open yourself up to Bhairav, the terror comes and you have fear. The same thing is happening now. We are terrified by the prospect of a world that we cannot design or control completely by ourselves, and we may have to partner with a computing system and deep language models to get what we want. So I am very optimistic, not because I am naively looking at the future and saying that's the end, this is mankind's future, because I think that we human can do better. We can look after our planet, we can save animal species, we can eat better, we can live longer, we can become more conscious and less populated in the world and feed everybody by using new technologies, by using new ideas, by using new possibilities. So I'm open to it. Yes, of course, you have to have rules and not let it be run only by for profit corporations, and governments and bodies need to monitor, and freedom does need to monitor this. But the potential for good far outweighs the potential for bad. So, whether autocratic governments that seem to be emerging all over the world use AI to control their people, that's a whole other issue. But whether AI can expand human consciousness so that we move towards more freedom, towards expanded consciousness, and towards that 36th tattva through the nine gates of the Divine Mother, that's exciting. And so I'm all for it. So join me and let's explore this universe together. Over the next few months, I'll be talking about this. In the meanwhile, do click on the bell button below and sign up, and or go to my academy, 1000sunsacademy.com, and sign up for news and information about what I'm up to and courses I'm doing. You can still join my master code program, which has just started yesterday. And if you want to, you can also join here as a member and support my work. So thank you, and Sri Matre Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya.